How wealthy is your future? Dr. Enita.
I'm not supposed to use notes.
That was so last year.
Maybe I've done that. Thank you, Alfred, for that introduction. Happy New Year, fellow Toastmasters. 2013. Yay. I still remember 12-12-12 because my godson's birthday happened 12-12-12, and he happened to be 12 years old. Former U.S. President Ronald Reagan says, many a man normally places a wishbone where the backbone should be. In 2013, I find myself looking back at the last year and going, these were my heart's desires accomplished. Thank you, Lord. 2013 moving forward, Lord, what do I want for myself? What do I want for my legacy? When I speak of legacy, I speak of things and people I haven't seen. I don't just speak of the kid that woke me up this morning screaming at the top of her lungs, I don't want to go to school today. I think of children I get to see. So, in 2013, make sure your wishbone is your wishbone and your backbone is your backbone. Moving forward, research shows in 2013 the top 5 New Year's resolutions people are making. Number 1, I want to eat and exercise. I'm tired. I'm done. 50 minutes later. See you next year. Number 2, drink less. Alcohol is number 2. Number 3, learn something new. I do want to go skydiving. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I do. Number 4, quit smoking. So people who don't smoke, what do you do? Number 5, Number 5, learn to balance work and life. Work and life. So all 5 great are important, but that was not my New Year's resolution. Was that yours? Was that yours? My number 1 was to grow my spiritual being, because I believe I'm a spiritual being on an earthly journey. My number 2 is to get out of debt and build a wealthy legacy. I don't want to be here and eat. I want the people after me to have something to go to. So did you know? Let's go back to fact. Let's back this up with fact first. Between March 2011 and March 2012, 1,004,000 people, 400,000 people and businesses filed for bankruptcy. So that's 1.5 bankruptcies within 1 year. Okay, so I said businesses and people. Actually, 97% of that 1.4 were people who actually filed bankruptcy. 97%. 3% only related to businesses. So what caused this big 97%? Medical expenses, job losses, and uncontrolled spending. Based on statistics as of January 1st, 2013, the average person with a credit card or credit cards has $15,000 in credit card debt. That's the average person in America. The average home has a debt of $150,000 per home. The average student has a student debt of $35,000. So if you have 5 children, each one of those 5 children account for $35,000 in student loans. Let's put that aside for a minute. Let's look at each other. So where do we stand as a nation when it comes to debt? statistics says that 12% of us have zero debt. So 1 in every 10 person has zero debt. And the other 9 fall into the bucket of what I've just given. Of your credit card debt, of your home loan, of your student loans. 9 people in every 10 are significantly in debt. So what do we do to get out of this debt? I'm here to offer something that has worked for me. He is my mentor, David Ramsey. I discovered David Ramsey 5 years ago. Was I in significant debt? No, but I was significantly lost when it came to building wealth and getting rid of debt. I became comfortable going to sleep with debt. Oh, this pillow is not paid for, but oh well, it feels good. You know, wake up in the morning, oh, this coffee machine is not paid for, but it makes the best coffee. I became comfortable with debt. Debt became my body. And that's how most of us have become. And Judge Billing says, in order to bring up a child, you first as the adult have to walk in the shoes of that child. So how do I tell my child not to get student loans and not to get a credit card when mommy brings out her wallet and she has 10 credit cards where she's flipping, and if she's going to school, she has a student loan? David Ramsey lists 7 steps that we have to take in order to move away from debt. First step to take is to create an emergency fund. An emergency fund is something that if you don't have it, you find yourself getting into loans, and loans average about 25% in interest. So getting into an emergency fund position will help you to take care of those little things that can grow into bigger things. Number 2, an emergency fund should start at $1,000. Number 2, getting out of debt is pay all your debts, from the smallest to the largest, except your home. Continue to pay off your credit cards, pay off all your debts. Number 3, build and retain 3 to 5 months of expenses in your savings account. Anything happens. The main 3 goals, remember, people get into bankruptcy, medical expenses, and job losses. With that cushion, you're good. Number 4, build your retirement fund. Yes, retirement is necessary. Social Security is not your retirement fund. You do need a retirement fund. Number 5, college funding. We all think that, I know for myself, I know my son is not going to go straight into college. He can go to the community college. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4, regardless of the college. Push your children in this direction. Make them work so that they can value the information they're getting as well as the money they're making. Number 6, pay off your home early. If you have to put in extra $50, put that money in. Number 7, believe it or not, once you've accomplished 1 through 6, now you're in a good position to really build wealth. Looking back, there was a generation that paid everything with cash. Only when they had cash in their pocket did they decide to go buy a shirt. Only when they had money in the bank did they decide, yes, it's time for me to go buy my land and build my house, however long it takes us. This generation is not too far from that reality. We just need to get away from the comfort of sleeping with debt. On that note, I'd like to leave you with this saying from Edwin Cole. It says, when you get into water, it's not when you drown. Have you ever seen somebody who just drops, even if you can't swim, you drop into water, you don't drown. The fact that you stay in the water, that is where you actually drown. So, like my evaluator said, if you keep doing the same thing you've always done, you will keep being the same person you've always been. Nothing changes unless